Digga, mal wieder Sonne auf der Haut zu.
We just entered the Uber to get to Soho House. Straight to some work and checking out the location. None of you has been there yet?
Have you been there?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Luca said it's pretty big.
And has supposedly a very nice co-working space. Parents gonna arrive soon. I have content work. I have two, well, the will probably be a check-in as well, like potential new CTO hire for the team.
Just finalizing the contract.
Yeah.
It should be today or tomorrow.
You and I, Tim, should check in on shooting schedule. Block that time at the Cal. Speaking of content, we crossed 5,000 subscribers yesterday. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you very much. No, this is actually very fun and exciting. So that's good. One or two sales proposals to prep as well.
Ach, scheiße.
Got a lot of admin.
Die Leute verstehen nicht, wie du postest Vorstädten bist und diese Wohnung schlafen, Digga.
Nicht, Bro, wo ich weiß, das muss.
Bro, bei dir
Was? Gib mir so.
Toxine.
Weißt du was?
Du hast keinen guten Beiner dann. Come with me, Tim.
Bro, it's beautiful. Welcome to Rome, my friends. We just touched down in the Italian capital for our leadership offsite. So we're here for 10 days, not just me, but also Max, who's our head of content and AI, Selim, our head of sales, and then Luca, who just decided to move to Rome 2 months ago, which is why we're here as well. Eda, our senior content strategist, is also here. And we are going to do a leadership offsite. So the boys and I will reflect on how the year went so far, the challenges, the wins, perhaps also points of friction between each other, and you know what goes well when I work with Luca and what are maybe some misunderstandings that come up recurringly. Going through these exercises and that open feedback to then, you know, remove any barriers or elephants in the room and really focus on gaining clarity and a strategy for 2026. It's middle of October, and so we are going to align on what is our ICP, what is our updated offer stack, and then what do we need to solve from there onwards, people chart and upcoming meetings, marketing campaigns, all of that good stuff. And then there's the half marathon on Sunday here, and turns out I'm gonna be the only one running. Like, I thought we had an agreement or something, but it's not like I feel pressure because of my knee pain or anything. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Luckily, I also have my family visiting. They're gonna come cheer for the 21K and spend some quality time here in the city as well. So this is going to be a mix of strategic planning and the POV of running a agency that currently sits at 190K MRR with the goal of ending the year with 200K MRR and a clear plan for next year. Drinking lots of good espressos, good food, and enjoying the city. Should be fun. Let's get it. Mehr jetzt noch so eine scheiß Graphic zu design macht einfach keinen
Him.
Was? Or 24 to 72 hours.
Campaign, which usually doesn't happen.
Fuck yeah.
What were you talking about in the booth?
Call him a high maintenance client who is also an amazing client, and his content is performing very well, but he also has high standards, and I also have high standards for myself. And I forgot to deliver a visual that I said I would deliver, and had to be last minute because the post is going out tomorrow.
The thing with Max is he's very good at what he does, and sometimes he thinks that he's the only one that can deliver a certain quality standard, which leads him to do things in silos and not set up a project team that can support him and maybe also make sure that he doesn't forget about shit, which in my opinion creates more stress for one of my most important team members. And it actually decreases the quality because he then messes up things that he shouldn't have. And sometimes you have to fucking punch some sense into him in terms of accepting alternative solutions than just working harder, which isn't always the right answer. Right, my boy?
Yeah. It's a mindset shift. And the whole day, I had a little bit of this feeling of, okay, I'm gonna have a call at 6 p.m. that I'm kind of anxious for.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So each week I have something to look forward to and be a little bit anxious about, but it's like this positive, or it's turning into like this positive edge. And it's not overwhelming to a point where I've often had it where it's like, it kind of inhibits me to do good work. This actually kind of pushes me to like be more detailed, be better, be more focused.
What does Ramosi say about when you go on stage and you feel very like scared or like you feel the emotions going crazy? You can either interpret this as fear, or as excitement,
or as like readiness.
Or readiness.
Yeah.
Because I definitely know the feeling of dreading calls, both from just a dread standpoint, but also just nervousness. But at the end of the day, aside from the reps, it's just if you're well prepared.
True. Yeah.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
But I think to kind of wrap up the anxiety topic from an evolutionary standpoint, anxiety is just a state of alertness, which evolutionarily was like to prepare you for something that's important, right? Basically needs your attention because you want to make sure you survive. And obviously in the modern context, survival is less the issue, but it's still helpful because it still gets you on edge and makes sure that you are prepared for the thing that's important. And it shows that something is important to you. So I like that framing. It's also, when you finish that call, then it's a great feeling. So, hey.
Fuck yeah. Central. All right. Touchdown in the center of Rome. We're in Monti, if I'm not mistaken. About 10-15 minute walk from the Colosseum. I don't know what that is over there, but it looks nice. 2023, huh? It's both charming and scary at the same time. Wooden?
Ja, er ist oben und er ist gerade draufgelaufen. Ja.
Now you're gonna be in the vlogs.
Oh no,
No?
I'm looking very bad.
No, stop.
you look
Because
sharp.
I
you
have
look
to-
amazing.
Oh, I'll subscribe like
My
this.
guy.
Okay.
Perfect. But now
Espresso plug.
that he watches our vlogs, we can rant on the room.
No, I have to say, well, with all due respect and love,
Shout out Raj.
I
but
feel
buddy,
scammed. For that money, we could have gotten a hotel with fucking breakfast and lunch. Only one thing we can do, which is get some good dinner with the boys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Currently filling out my Whoop journal, where I have to tell Whoop what I did yesterday. If I had sugar, caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, if I journaled, if I meditated. And then I say yes I did or yes I didn't. And then based on that, it calculates if those things are good or bad for my recovery.
What do you think? What is your score?
I think it's gonna be above 70. I feel really good. Sauna, no. Okay, save. No way.
No way.
But hey, we'll take it. It's in the yellow, it's not in the red. It's fine, nonetheless. It's not, doesn't dictate my day. Still gonna have a nice gym sesh.
Ja. Als Mitnacht zuhören und der verpasste den Aufstieg aufs Rocket Ship, was soll ich sagen? GM, my friends. We're strolling through, what park is this? Strolling through Giardino Nicola Calipari. That's where we're at. It's a charming park. I mean, we're entering now the central station area to pass through and get to Soho House for co-working. And so I think those are not necessarily the most charming areas,
Looks nice though.
but we get to experience the realness, the rawness of Rome, while checking our calendars and reflecting on the plan for the day, which for me will be a big finance session with our CFO Eva, who's also in town. So we're gonna work through credit cards, liquidity, investments, invoices, and some automations that we're rolling out in the finance department. Then I will do some handovers for fulfillment. I'm gonna put on a new content strategist onto Hubert. And then it's just calls with our fractional CPO Bernie, Fridays with Notus, favorite call of the week. And then we have the first session of the leadership offsite.
There we go.
And we're gonna start the first session with reflection. We all had a little homework to think about some big questions of the year, about ourselves, about the business, and also feedback for each other. And we're gonna spend 2 hours today to just reflect on those questions.
I think that's one thing that was very important to us, was making sure that we have sessions already planned into the calendar before we arrive, because otherwise it's easy to get caught up in just the day-to-day work, and then also just being in Rome and walking around wanting to enjoy the city, and
then you can always deprioritize.
exactly. And I didn't,
Sitting down
we didn't want it to be a glorified vacation. We did want it to be an offsite with clear intentions and an outcome. And
Amongst
so, yeah.
which is also the topic of tech, how we build out our tech team, how much we invest into tech. And we just got a message right now from the guy we've been negotiating with that he might be getting cold feet and might not be ready to abandon his project to go all in with us, which is
a
bummer for now, because it seemed like a good fit and we spent a good amount of time on the negotiation and presented an offer that we felt was a no-brainer for him. Because of the fact that we were negotiating with him and wanted to make it work, it actually gave us clarity as to what we're actually looking for in terms of tech. And it also gave us clarity in terms of what we can offer to someone who might want to join us as a CTO or as a developer. And so, all in all, no regrets at all. We'll still, of course, debrief with him and see if we're actually not going to do anything or if there's some more negotiation to be done. But that's why it's nice that it's happening during this offsite, because we're going to map out plans anyway. And our strategy...
Yeah, it's good that it happens now.
Yeah.
And as opposed to at the end of the week or next week.
And I can assure you that our strategy is not dependent on an individual, right?
Strategy
Insert name.
People follow strategy, not strategy follows people.
Yay! We got 1 kilometer left of walking.
Look at this little guy. Yeah.
Der war kurz bei Louis V noch heute früh. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first coffee review of Rome. We're here at Bar del Belli, and we need a coffee, so we're gonna get a coffee. Come with us.
Oh, so.
Tre espressi. Tre espressi. Grazie. I love the Italian coffee bar culture, where they just come here, stand here, get their espresso, get the fuck out. I'm usually more of a sit-down coffee type of guy, but there's something charming about this too.
That's it.
One sip, everybody knows the rules. Bar dei Belli, cheers.
Fucking tourists.
First espresso of Rome. It's nice.
Wow. Intense.
Hits the spot. Nice and warm.
Fills the mouth.
Very nice. For an Italian espresso. It's just very authentic. I'm gonna give it an 8.2.
Max just seemed like you got it.
Straight 8.
Straight A.
Straight 8. Very intense. Fills out the mouth very nicely.
Nice body.
Nice body. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, that's the body, right?
And it's just the guy working here, it's just like this, he's kind, but also doesn't give a fuck about you. And I love it. It's in the most authentic way, very homey.
Okay. Ready?
He actually works at a cafe, so he knows what he's doing.
Take 3 sips.
Do you need to put the mic in?
One sip, everybody knows the rules.
Sorry, I've got it. It was very acid.
Acid?
Say?
Yeah.
Acidic?
Acidic, yeah. For me. For me, it's too
So?
black.
Too black. Okay, score.
For a Rome espresso, I would give it a 7.2.
That's
But
a cheeky
he likes
fucking score.
lattes with sugar, so. Heute ist ein guter Tag.
He is independent of the business case. Or team, klar. Und dann suddenly jetzt aber notus US, was auch immer das dann bedeutet. People follow strategy, not strategy follows people. Genau, das heißt, wir würden jetzt Inshallah, Umsatz verdoppelt dieses Jahr.
All the way up.
Hey, danke, bro.
Danke auch.
We just wrapped up session 1 of the leadership offsite. Feel very good about it. The agenda was, we blocked roughly 2 hours. First personal reflection, what was my biggest win of 2025? Where did I struggle or feel blocked? What's one thing I should stop doing in 2026? What's one thing I should do 3 times more of? My number one concern about Notus heading into 2026 and my biggest excitement for Notus heading into 2026. Each one of us answered those questions individually and then shared their notes with the rest of the team. We did that first and then we transitioned after about 30 minutes to the second block, which was feedback, constructive feedback, telling Selim what I think would make working with him better or easier or more productive. And so we exchanged feedback to all of us back and forth, and we really held back on our urge to respond to feedback and just take it in, process. You're allowed to write down notes you want to follow up on, but today it's just about sharing and receiving, not about responding. And everyone feels very much aligned and in tune. And I mean, it also was fun to just look back at where we started this year and where we're at right now. Workday pretty much done. We have a big dinner coming up. Tomorrow, Saturday, day off, explore the beautiful city. And then Sunday, I got the half marathon coming up. We're gonna have another leadership session. We're gonna do a long walk talking about big trends and threats in the industry and follow up on some points from today. And prep the week for a killer week in Rome. So that's the update, my friends. Very glad we're doing this, and one of the biggest feedbacks for me that I can already, spoiler alert, share with you is just to take more responsibility in creating these closed environments, to actually align on strategy and to make sure we have a clear vision, because I might have 1,000 ideas in my head and clarity of where I think the business will go, but maybe people just hear some ideas and feel like we don't have a strategy in the first place, and then we don't have the space to actually sit down and have a structured agenda, because I'm more of a flowy guy. It's sticking to the time that we blocked in our calendar, not starting 15 minutes later, because everybody's doing their thing anyway, might as well keep going. So anyway, it was great. Feels quite nostalgic right now with the sunset here in Rome.
Wow, sick. How was the call for you? I mean, the meeting?
How was the meeting for me? I personally love those team get-togethers. It gives me a lot of energy, and I think, especially in our case, when we're working remote, it's more important than ever to just come together and do unscalable things. I'm a big fan of unscalable get-togethers and the personal connection that we can build and the bonds that we can strengthen. And I believe in our day-to-day where we're quite robotic, to be honest. Like, we always have to be on point with our calendars and with our time tracking and everything that we do. It's really helpful sometimes also to just fuck the schedule, in a sense. I mean, or just block way more time to be able to be flexible with the schedule and just follow the truth of the moment. We did that in a sense. We blocked not enough time, in my opinion, for this session, but generally we're getting in the right, or we're getting to the right direction. And one of my feedback points was to block even more time and to prioritize those sessions even more. And my biggest takeaway is that I'm so fucking grateful for the team that we're building, for the opportunities that we're creating for us. And my 14-year-old self would fucking go crazy if younger Selim would see what we're doing right now, what we're building, and who I have become. I'm also very excited to see who I will be next year. But yeah, more to come. Peace.
Nichts organisieren, huh?
Jeez. How you feeling, bro?
So good. Sun is out. Didn't expect that I'd be getting like 25 degrees in sun anymore this year. Positive surprise. Now we're gonna have a little single espresso and then meet the boys for breakfast or lunch.
Alright, my friends, we're here at Bar do Brasil and we have special guests. My mother,
Yes, hi.
my father,
Grüezi.
and we are going to try a little espresso to start the Saturday here. You already had yours?
Yes.
Do you remember how you liked it?
Yeah?
Okay. That's a bit flatter than the one we had yesterday in the morning. More on the bitter side, but I'm lacking that chocolatey roundness at the end. I mean, can't beat the setting, but I will give it a 6.8.
Ja, dat had ik het zo gestern met koffie already wat te doen.
Ja, dat is waar we
Definitely on the acidic side. It's nice. Nice. It has a little bit, as you said, a little bit of chocolatiness. But Brazilian beans, you mean? Not my favorite ever.
Yeah, you do wish.
Probably give it like a little more, 7.3 or something.
Do you count in the setting
Als
here
het
as
sogar
well?
wenn het niet mag.
Yeah, I mean, we want to isolate, obviously,
Als je
flavor from vibes, but it's hard.
Hello, my friends. Checking in on this beautiful Saturday here in Rome. It's 12:45 p.m. and we are about to embark on the first little walk of the day to find some better coffee than here and some good food. Yesterday was a regular work day. We spent most of it at Soho House here in Rome. That was good. I mean, we had a lot of team members there, which made it feel like a real co-working experience. I had lunch with my parents on the rooftop. We had a Friday meeting with the team, which was good. Great vibes throughout the team. And then the big highlight was, of course, the leadership alignment. And then slowly it was time for dinner and good vibes. And we had good vibes and we had good dinner. Some of us also had good drinks. And we were bar hopping. Rome was alive. Prices of beverages were immaculate. And so we had a blast. I broke my half marathon prep protocol with the amount of sleep I got. And maybe also with the diet. But we got this. And now it's time for Saturday in Rome. Life is good.
Solo que nunca me dejó. La primera tarde en tu cama me hiciste lo que nadie nunca hizo. No entendí lo que pasó, pero la magia de tu cuerpo venenó.
So tell us how you ended up here in Rome. Where are we?
It was a spontaneous decision, or kind of. I never been to Rome before I decided to move here, so it was a gamble. But I always really liked history and I liked philosophy. And I wanted better weather than Berlin, where I was before. But I wanted to stay in Europe. So I only had really three options, which was Barcelona, Athens and Rome. Athens is a bit off and the infrastructure is not that great. Barcelona, I liked it, but I didn't love it, I didn't feel home. So it was only Rome left. And they have all the things I need, they have great food. I mean, fucking Italy. And yeah, so it was like, okay, it can't be that bad, it's fucking Rome, it's the metropolis, it's the eternal city, it's rich in history and philosophy and everything that you culturally can be rich in. So I was like, fuck it. Then I shared a post in an app 2 days later, I got the offer, sent me pictures. And yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the flat. This is the kitchen. It's quite obvious. It's cute. Got a French floor that I probably need to wipe. That's the bathroom. One of the absolute essentials for me is having a good shower. I'm not a bathtub type of guy, but I do enjoy a really, really good shower. In the evenings, I like it really hot. In the mornings, I don't like it cold, but gotta do what you gotta do. Here's kind of the entree space. So far, I'm here for a few weeks. So this is the first and the only place right now where I was able to live out my design fantasies and kind of keep it clean. So as you can see right there, that's everything that is currently in the bedroom. And then here we have the work in progress and the legend, Oscar, gifted us the wonderful Marvin Sanchines. Really interesting. I bought a bunch of very cool old images. And then getting to the balcony, you have, well, a view. You got Francesco Totti over there because he grew up around here, a legendary Italian player, and that was his hometown football court and team. Over there, further to the right, you have San Giovanni Basilica, which is the residence of the Bishop of Rome, which is the Pope. He's obviously in St. Peter's Dome in the Vatican and not here, but officially that's the seat. Got a rooftop as well. We're not hit that today, but that's nice for the sunsets because the sun is going down right there. So nearly every evening I sit out here, have a glass of water or wine, depends on the company I have, and then I enjoy the sunset.
As a person from New York who likes New York pizza, how do you think it stacks up to Italian pizza? Because Marvin, for example, he says that Neapolitan pizza is like not really good and New York pizza is the best, right? Marvin, what's your take on Neapolitan style versus New York pizza?
I do think that Neapolitan pizzas have some sort of cap in terms of like scores, how good they can get.
Why?
Because for me the ultimate pizza is just thin and thin and crispy. So I've had like 9+ pizzas in New York. The best Neapolitan was maybe like an 8.7.
So yeah.
I disagree. I think it's better here. Mostly
We're not
because
even in Napoli. This is Roman pizza. It's also thin and crispy.
Yeah, but like taste-wise, I would say it's better here because like the ingredients are fresher, the flavor is just much nicer. In New York, don't get me wrong, I'm from New York, but
you know already.
but the pizza's great, but it doesn't compare here. No.
Okay. Hey, you heard it here first.
Hey, alright?
Yes. Wait, I'm not filming yet.
I think the sauce is very strong. Cheese could be a little more molten onto the pizza. It's like when the pizza sits out for a while and they reheat it. It's obviously a price we pay. Huh?
Tomato sauce on the more sour side.
I like it.
It has a little zesty punch to it. I prefer a little bit of a fruity, sweet note to my pizzas. But it's good. Very nice and thin.
Crispy. Which is not always a given. If you have pizza that sits out and they reheat it, not always that crispy.
One bite. You like it? Everyone's rules. 7.2.
I was gonna give 7.6.
Crazy.
Nice and fruity. Bell pepper. And this is like the Roman brioche, chicken brioche. Okay, which is gonna go in madness. So usually these are like sweet Roman brioche. He said they have like a salty take on them. I'm scared and excited. Okay.
So how do you like it?
Very soft bun.
I'm really excited. I think it's
Chicken as a
I'm excited for the supreme.
very flavorful. Almost reminds me of like Sardegna.
I'm interested
filling.
in this, like very.
Yeah.
Sardegna. If you don't know, you should know.
Ah, puttana.
But it's a bit too cheap.
Chicken is so soft and tender that you can just go in there probably. And
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, look at this. Just peels off.
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That chicken, the cacciatore one, was awarded in 2021 because I was working as a chef for 20 years, and that one was awarded by the New York Times. Was awarded one of the 5 plates you have to try too. In 2000, yeah, from the New York Times.
Ooh.
And that one, the particularity of caponata is that usually is made with white vinegar, but I made with strawberry vinegar.
That's why it's so sweet.
Yeah, that's why it's so sweet.
It's very nice.
Thank you. I really like you, appreciate it.
Thank you. What a king.
What's his name? What's your name?
Matteo.
Good to see you. How you doing?
How was the shoot?
What shoot?
You can't say it publicly yet?
Prada. Oh, sorry.
No shoot. This looks amazing. I'm fucking starving.
This is a traditional Roman brioche. Usually sweet, now salty.
And
Very popular.
okay, let me go in there.
You're just gonna go in there now. One bite, everybody knows yours.
Yet? You wanna go first?
So how do I do that?
I'll just bite in.
Wow, inhaliert das Ding.
Nice.
Everything is.
I need a Coke Zero.
Perché uso come cambio non pulci che c'ha i semi dentro.
That's not bad.
This one is really good. I would give this one a 8.2.
Ooh.
Or yeah, 8.2.
And the meatball sandwich?
7.5. Not too impressed. This one is good.
Solid score.
Solid score.
A lot of solid scores so far.
Nonna Pia. Fantastic, shout out. Come here, try it. Now a little dessert. First meal of the day deserves the first ice cream of the day. We're here at
Fredo. Oh, I thought it was coffee. Is it both? Are we getting coffee as well?
I mean, to each their own, but they do have a coffee machine. Ja, klar.
To each their own, as we said.
Ich glaube, heute ist wahrscheinlich so einer der einzigen Tage, wo ich mal sage,
Für den Subway nach Villa Borghese.
We haven't been here, but this is the perfect early afternoon coffee spot. Look at this. Sun gazing, people watching, meditating. In general, it's very beautiful. Next up, Villa Borghese. Seid dabei.
I was at your place and Barcelona played. And then they made the goal and both we jumped up. And
We're in full half marathon prep is in full swing, you guys. Working on this water, aiming for at least 5 liters of water intake today. We're at about 2.5 to 3. I'm drinking too much coffee. I had ice cream, but my running coach said it's okay. All the things I said I would do to be prepared for tomorrow, I didn't do, so
You're still gonna make it, buddy.
we all gonna make it.
All my homies gonna make it.
Come on, chicken, chicken, chicken. Hello, my friends. We're here at beautiful Villa Borghese in Rome. I think as we look into 2026 plans, we should definitely think about what experiences we want to have. Because that's one thing I always felt very strongly about. The fact that I have big goals and big ambitions and I want to create leverage for myself and fulfill my potential, whatever that is or whatever that means. But I also want to enjoy the process and have amazing experiences with amazing people. And doing something like Rome for 10 days and having a day like this is exactly what I'm referring to when I think about living a content life. Even one thing actually, Tim, I don't know if you can relate to this at all, but the older I get, the more I appreciate being able to just mix different groups of friends and people I love together. For example, now we have friends, we have my team and business partners, and we even have my parents. And we all got together for a very fun dinner, banter, now today taking the day off and strolling around. Because there's not stuff that I would want to do with my friends that my parents shouldn't know about or anything like this. And I don't feel awkward about any potential situation. And so it's a very magical time right now where my parents are healthy enough to be part of the friend group, and I get to mix things together. My sister is also grown up and can just hang out with all of my friends, and to be able to merge these different groups together and just experience stuff together is very, very fun. And I know that this is not something that will last forever, so taking that in has been beautiful. I don't know if you guys know the same pain, but the pressure of feeling like I have to build my personal brand has definitely been something on my mind ever since I caught the personal branding bug back in 2017, listening to a lot of Gary Vee content. And I remember back then I felt like I had to create the perfect video and share advice about stuff I didn't even have experience in the first place. And I think now with the past few years and people like Iman Ghazi and pretty much every big guru in the space talking about the importance of your personal brand, and so many people talking about that they gotta build their personal brand, I think you can quickly fall into the trap of feeling like you need to create content for the sake of doing it and to mimic what other people are doing and to kind of check the box of what is trending. And in doing so, you might forget, or at least I forgot down the line, the essence of why I'm creating content in the first place and what personal branding actually means to me. And when I think back as to how it started and how I began building my personal brand, it wasn't with posting any advice or thought leadership pieces with zero experience, because I was just graduating high school, I was starting an internship, and I didn't have any experience, any confidence, anything at all. And so what I started doing was to record these video journals where I would just put up the camera and talk for 10 to 30 minutes about what is top of mind. And every time I did it, I felt so much better about just existing. The same way I feel very good today after no phone and just walking around Rome with my family and friends, sipping espressos. It's like very grounding and I feel very zen right now. And these video journals got that same effect for me, or they created that same effect for me. And they somehow removed the pressure from creating content, because what I realized was that building my personal brand for me was an exercise of reflecting what's actually happening in my life and trying to articulate what I'm learning, what I'm going through, and to have some sort of recording or written piece of content that I don't even need to publish and share with anyone, but to have it somewhere, to look back to it, but even just to release what's inside of my head. I feel like a lot of people would benefit if they took a more reflective approach to building their personal brand and just capturing what's going on in their lives. But I think the most important thing is just to actually press record. And as I said, not thinking like you need to share it with anyone, but to be able to actually create something. And the easiest form of creation seems to be reflection for me. And the best type of creation that or any like content I produced in the past came from a reflective state.
Wenn du willst, dann stech ich mir dein Name-Tattoo. Bin ich mit dir, vergeht die Zeit so wie im Flug. Gib mir viel, aber sag mir, geb ich schon genug. Und sag mir, wie oft hast du mich schon verflucht. Genug, sag mir, was hab ich gesucht. Ich hab ständig gesagt.
Imagine having a girlfriend.
Imagine. That'd be great.
You feel good?
Ja, ich hab den Ball, spiel direkt den Lauf. Bato, Hose, Burberry, Margellas grau. Sie sagt, Baby, fick mich, ihr Gesicht wird blau. Gott sei Dank war ich noch niemals im Bau. Ja, ich bin gerade, bin kein Typ, der glaubt. Guck, da vorne sitzt ein Typ, der Riesenjoints abbaut. Und da drüben sitzt ein Typ, der denkt, sich ein Haus baut. Du bist Nagelflies, bei Regenwetter. Das hält mich warm, so wie ich mal deine Schwester.
It's crazier, huh?
It's
very, very crazy. No, it's actually a vibe though. I love these squares that are very wide. It kind of makes you imagine what it actually was like a couple of thousand years ago. What do you witness this?
Okay, so
we are now stuck
at
in the underground,
station.
and
Luca actually got on
the
subway
train,
station.
the subway
Oh,
station.
Yeah. 170 maybe.
If we were to reflect on the career path we would choose if we were starting from scratch, you know, graduating high school or university,
Yeah.
what's the play?
Find someone that you admire and ask them if you could build their personal brand.
We call it the path of the content strategist.
That's correct.
Basically, you're identifying experts in their field,
Subject matter experts.
entrepreneurs with a proven track record,
Or executives, but better entrepreneurs. Oh!
or very successful athletes and scientists, and you help
Scientists.
them save time and build their online presence.
And make more money.
And you do it by
Creating content.
how? Interviewing them.
Yes.
You have conversations with them, and you turn those conversations into
Content on several different platforms, but if you want to leverage underpriced attention, then LinkedIn.
At this point, I feel like YouTube is underpriced attention. At this point, I get more average views on a YouTube video than a LinkedIn post. What's going on?
Over a shorter time period, yes, but not over a longer one.
Quick update on the content side of things. We are now at 5.9 thousand YouTube subscribers.
I think it's less awkward for us than it is for Tim.
Yeah, probably.
Here I have
So look, guys.
video of Tim. So we can put that in the vlog as well. Take a video of Tim, how awkward
Yes.
it is for him standing in a
So
packed
we are at
subway.
5.9 thousand subscribers on YouTube right now. No, but like seriously, if you want to gain some leverage in your career and you want to start with personal branding, and perhaps video is not your preferred choice or format, then go onto LinkedIn. For real, it's still underpriced attention. You still have all the business stakeholders from interns to decision makers on that platform. You still get good organic reach, and it's very easy to identify the people that you actually want to connect with. And so if you just commit to posting 1 to 3 times per week, you comment on 10 posts per day, you connect with 100 people per week, then good things will happen 100%.
That's how I did it.
That's how I did it.
So how I got into personal branding is I tried to start a business and it didn't work. I had to move back home without any money. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to start posting on LinkedIn and try to grow my personal brand to then attract other people who want to also grow their personal brand. Founders in particular in the B2B SaaS space. In the B2B SaaS space. And it worked. And I got clients with a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection from my childhood bedroom without any money. I made my first money online. And then I met this guy through LinkedIn. And then he was like, yo, I've been doing this as well. Do you want to join forces and build a company together? And I was like, that sounds pretty good. And then he was like, but you're going to have to start out like everyone else as a content strategist. And so what I did is started out as a content strategist and started managing his personal brand. And then grooved myself in there. And then hit new records. And then we said, okay, cool. Now we can do some more and start doing quality assurance for all other content strategists. And then saying, okay, cool. Now I can move on to, in the beginning I wanted to build an educational program to package all my knowledge. That's still valid and that's still going internally, but we didn't sell it. And now I'm making sure that we do make some tech progress and codify our knowledge and our systems. And so that, my friends, is how I use LinkedIn to get where I am today, in a subway in Rome.
Like the path of the content strategist is for someone like us, maybe not like natural programmers or math people, but rather more communicators, I don't know how you want to call it.
People that don't know what they necessarily want to do in life.
Yeah. For people like that, it's a cheat code because you just learn one skill, which is how to package content from one specific platform and how to ask good questions and understand topics that are relevant to someone's personal brand. And then you just identify good people, smart people, successful people, and you talk to them and you turn those conversations into content for the social media platforms that they need to be active on. And so you become a personal brand manager. And you can do this as a freelancer with 1 to 4 clients and make 2 to 10K per month. You can do it in-house for the company that you work at because it's a very sought-after skill. Or you can do it like I did and turn it into an agency. But what you're doing with the job of content strategist is that you're building relationships with very successful and smart people for a living. And you're learning from them because your job is to extract their insights and their stories and turn them into social media content. So you get free coaching. You get paid to be coached by someone, and you help them grow their business. And that's the content game, baby. Am Schluss einfach das gleiche.
Innovative and meta representing user regime.
No, Luca, you made it.
Alright guys, quick interruption from the scheduled program right now. We are looking for senior copywriters and senior content strategists at Notus right now. Quick overview over each of these roles. Senior content strategist, you'll be responsible for managing client projects, hosting content calls with successful founders and executives, and turning their expertise, insights, and stories into content, and you'll get paid for it. Now, senior copywriters, you'll be responsible for the work that happens after the content call. So after the content strategist has the content call with the client, you can have all the raw material and you'll turn that into LinkedIn posts or whatever other format that we want to produce. So if you are looking for a remote role that in a cool team with cool people and want to do cool work with cool people, then join us.
Join Notus.
My half pizza that I'm going to leave at Luca's for the boys.
For the boys. For the boys.
All right, Edda, that's your time to shine.
My time to shine. I'd rather not.
What was your highlight today?
My highlight today was bonding with Selim.
Yeah, and
yes,
what was one of your epiphanies?
Time. That was a great time.
What did you guys do?
We went to Borghese, okay, and then we went to a little restaurant bar kind of place and had an Aperol Spritz in the park, so that was very nice. And we just chit-chatted about our lives and got to know each other, and it was very nice. I loved it. Good time all around.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. All right, shooter Tim. Can we catch you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
What was your highlight tonight or today, the whole day?
Today my highlight was probably Mac's sequence of our music video. Besides that, food was great. Yeah, but I'm tired as fuck.
Our short king Max.
He went on his tippy toes, so that doesn't count.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Have a nice evening.
Heute, ich habe auch nichts gespürt im Fall. Aber es war die Pizza, weil ich bin schon sehr besoffen. Ja.
Viel zu geek, hab Schlange nicht erkannt. Zeig für den Liebs, schön an meiner Hand. Schlechte Rapper haben Platten an der Wand. Butterscheine hängen in mein Gummiband. Trink 2 Becher, fahr bis zum Rand. Ich kann nicht mehr gehen, bleib stecken wie im Sand. reais.